Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene, I'm so glad you are here. Today we have yoga for overthinking. Me never. Let's get started. All right, my darlings, let's begin today's session lying down. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. We're definitely going to ease in and then pick up speed midway, finish with a fiery finale. But for now, I invite you to come lie on your back. You can extend the legs out long, or if you're already feeling a fussiness in your low back, you can bend the knees, allow the knees to fall together here with the feet on the ground. So choose your starting position. And let's allow the hands here in the beginning to just fall somewhere on your body. It can be the hips, the belly, maybe one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Find what feels good here, and if you feel comfortable, let's close down the eyes for a moment. Come into a bit of stillness. And what I like to do here is just take a second to notice if I'm holding or lifting or gripping any part of my body, just unconsciously, and take a conscious moment here to soften, relax, and let go. Let the weight of your body release into the earth. Now, as you might have guessed, we're going to focus on the breath here to truly help anchor the mind. So you may still notice thoughts, of course, come and weave their way in and out and around and about, and that's all good. Just keep noticing that and keep coming back to the breath, to the sound of your breath, to the sensation of your breath in your body. Ready? Let's play. We're gonna just begin really easy with an inhale in together and an exhale out together. We got this. Inhale in together. Good. Exhale out all together. And again, inhale lots of love in. Exhale lots of love out. And again, but this time a little slower in tempo, a little deeper. Inhale lots of love in. Good. Slow exhale with control out. Inhale, this time, pause at the top of your breath, adding a little breath retention in between the inhalation and the exhale. You're holding, you're holding, you're holding. And release, let it go. Whew. Again, just like that. Deep inhale. And we pause, we hold at the top, and as you're retaining the breath in here, see if you're gripping or holding or crunching or contracting in the face, the brow, the muscles, soften and relax, and then exhale, let it all go. And one more time, just like that, big inhale. At the top, pause, hold. And exhale out through the mouth. Beautiful. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Walk the heels in line with the hips and inhale, reach the arms up and overhead for a big full body stretch. Point and flex the feet. Take deep breaths in. Now I'm really passing the baton to you here for the next several beats to listen to the sound of your breath individually. Continue to slow it down. Let it be conscious breath. You're aware of how you're breathing here. Nice. Then from here, we're going to bring just the right knee in. Interlace the fingertips on the shin or behind the right thigh. And we're going to just take a second here to slowly relax the shoulders and squeeze the right knee towards the body. Your shape may not look like mine. You may be here. You might use your short or your pant leg to kind of create a little handle. Wherever you are today, breathe deep into your belly. And then we'll rotate the right ankle one way and then the other. Oh, and then extend the right leg out long. Left knee comes up, same thing. Continue to breathe. Relax the shoulders, relax your back. And rotating that ankle whenever you're ready. You might hear some pops and some little whispers. You might not. Okay. Extend the left leg out long. Now you're going to slowly bring both knees up, plant the feet on the ground, plant the palms on the ground. Shoulder blades come together underneath your heart space, and just an easy, like we're not going super hard here to start, right? Easing in. So slowly draw the navel down, lift the tailbone, lift up to a nice medium level bridge. And then slow and steady, lowering the spine down one vertebra at a time. So we're not hinging at the hips here like we would potentially for a glute exercise, but rather we're trying to move through the spine. So navel draws. And sometimes I find that it really helps me to close my eyes to just kind of work through the spine and not muscle my way through. And you'll just keep going back and forth here, warming up through the spine. And it may not seem like you're doing a lot, and that's fine. We're trying to get into this subtle body connection here. Maybe the bridge starts to grow a little bit taller. And then again, you're trying to move one vertebra at a time, thinking of it releasing and lifting in different pieces. So the sternum softens, then the rib cage, mid-back, low back, sacrum, tailbone, that sort of thing. Take one more round. And then we'll come back to a nice neutral spine. We're gonna hug both knees into the chest. You can rock a little side to side. You can draw gentle circles with the knees, massaging the low back, feeling the ground rising up to meet your back body. And there is a little bit of I feel an energetic support system built into moments like these on the mat, where you can kind of feel that your mat has your back, that this type of work is here, it exists to support you. I mean, I'll take it. And then we're gonna slide the hands to the backs of the thighs, and you have two options. You can just roll to one side and press up, or if it's comfortable and it seems fun or maybe a little inviting, you can rock up and down the length of the spine a couple times. And then we're gonna come all the way through to all fours, and we're gonna meet in downward facing dog. Once you get to the meeting spot, take a couple breaths here. Lift the hips up really high, maybe bend your knees. Imagine lifting up from the hip creases, especially getting longer in the side body. And then little grace note here, because we are focusing on details today. Hug the low ribs in and lengthen through the back of the neck. Breathe deep here. Seeing if you can create an equal weight distribution between the left and the right side of the body. Inhale in, exhale, slowly lower to the knees. Press into the tops of the feet, tabletop position. Wrists come underneath the shoulders. Good. Now just a couple moments here to move in a way that feels good for you. It could be cat-cow, it could be circles, it could be a moment just to remember, oh, extended child's pose exists. That's a good idea. If it is for you, finding some soft, easy movement here. And then we'll meet back in that neutral spine tabletop position. And right away, you're gonna extend the right leg out and the left fingertips forward. And here we are again. Let's try to find an equal weight distribution between the right hand, arm, and the left foot. So notice if you're putting more weight into the left side or the right side. And then a little grace note again, hug those low ribs up and in, connect to your abs. Breathe, lengthen through the back of the neck. And then release. Second side. When you're ready, send the left toes out, send the right fingertips forward. So we're working to create a balance between the left and the right side. It's crazy, I just felt my right oblique turn on here. Breathe. It's so crazy. I felt my right oblique. It's not that crazy, but it's nice to slow things down sometimes and notice the sensation of the body instead of the harder, faster, stronger, which sometimes can be easier than holds like this. Breathe. Sweet, and then release, walk the hands out, curl the toes under, send the hips up high and back, downward facing dog. I'd like to invite you to take a big cleansing breath in here. So inhale in deeply through the nose. Find a little wave in the spine if you like as you exhale out through the mouth. Let's do one more deep inhale in and exhale. Nice. Bend the knees, carve in line with the nose, look forward, and make your way to the top of your mat. You can hop, you can float, you can step. If you can think of anything else, you can do that as well. And we'll meet in the forward fold at the top of the mat. All right, take a second here to softly or generously bend in the knees, bringing that nice big stretch to the low back. Allowing the hands to either relax on the earth or maybe on the tops of the feet, or if it feels good, to clasp opposite elbow, rock gently side to side. And you'll know in your body what you need, whether it's movement, some kind of flossing movement, or stillness. And for an overthinking mind, I would say a lot of times it's not what we do on the mat, but how present are we with what we're feeling and we're noticing, getting that feedback that can help us greatly in our mind and our mental health. And then release the arms if you have them on the elbows, and slowly together, as slow as we can roll, we'll rise up to stand. Slowly, as we rise up here together, just take a second to find your mountain pose. So if you're in all jokes aside, if you're in a serious situation where you're overthinking, just remember, you don't always need a whole lot to reconnect. You can maybe take off your shoes if you can. If not, just feel your feet on the ground like we do in mountain pose. So we're gonna just take a quick second to strip it all down, and then we'll pick up the pace a little bit. So head over heart, heart over pelvis here. Think about soaking your feet into the earth here. I know that sounds slightly ridiculous, but just to give ourselves some sort of image of really grounding, letting the feet soak down, and then lifting the kneecaps, toning the quadriceps, the glutes. You lift up through the belly. You might even grow a little bit taller as you lengthen through the crown of the head and relax your shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. Please listen carefully through your nose. And here you're going to exhale as if you were blowing out through a straw, like with pursed lips. Good. Again, inhale in through the nose. And exhale through pursed lips. Little sound here. And one more time, but this time as you inhale, breathe in, reach the fingertips, the arms up towards the sky. And as you breathe out through pursed lips, dive into your forward fold. Good, now seal the lips. Keep breathing as we inhale, lift up halfway, palms on the shins or the thighs. Exhale, soften into the forward fold. Nice. Fingertips come to the mat. We're gonna step just the left foot back. Front knee over front ankle. Inhale, sweep the arms up, back knees lifted here for high lunge. Know that you can always lower it to the ground. But to start, the invitation might be to keep it lifted, reaching the fingertips high. Now really bend that front knee, bring your right hamstring parallel to the mat, to the earth. Inhale in here, exhale, come all the way back down. Fingertips, palms to the mat, and we're gonna step the right toes back. Plank pose. Inhale in, exhale, lower to the belly. Hi, Benji. Inhale, open the chest, lift up for a cobra. Exhale, soften and release. Now bring some energy here. You got this. Curl the toes under, press into the palms, press up to plank. Quietly whisper to yourself, I am strong, I am strong. And then send the hips up high and back, downward facing dog. Inhale in deeply here. Exhale completely. Nice. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top, forward fold. On your next inhale, lift up halfway, again, palms on the shins or the thighs. And then exhale to fold. Root to rise, ground through the feet again, reach the arms up, big breath, big stretch as you reach up towards the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart. Pause, check in. Beautiful. Inhale, fingertips go down to come up, big breath. Exhale, you can bring back the pursed lips if you like as you forward fold. Nice. Inhale, lift up halfway. Nice long neck here. Good, and then exhale, soften and fold everything down. Fingertips come to the mat. This time we step the right toes back. Back knee stays lifted, front knee bends over that front ankle. Find that inner strength, that connection, your focus as you bring energy into the fingertips and reach them all the way up towards the sky. Hold on to your footing. Inhale in here, exhale, relax the shoulders. Maybe you bend that front knee a little bit deeper for this last breath in. And out, we slowly release, come all the way back down. Step the left toes back to plank. Inhale in, exhale, shift it forward, lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, rise up, cobra. Exhale, soften and fold. Press up, power up to plank, you got this. And then send it to downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, lift the right leg up high. Exhale, shift it forward, knee to nose. And then step the right foot all the way up into your lunge. You're gonna pivot on the back foot and we're gonna let our left fingertips lead the way as we reach forward, up, and all the way back into a warrior two. Find your footing here. Building from the ground up, opening up through the chest. Nice. Now from here, inhale in, warrior two. We're gonna move to an extended side angle variation. So let's pop through extended side angle first. So first, right elbow can come to the top of the right thigh. Maybe left fingertips are on the waist, or maybe they're reaching up towards the sky or up and over beyond the crown of the head. So you have options. Next step. Inhale in, exhale, draw your navel to your spine for some core connection. We're gonna bring both palms down, almost in this downward dog shape as you reach towards the left front corner of your mat. Think humble warrior here, strong legs. You really have to engage the left inner thigh. You have to draw energy up from the feet. Big breath in, you got this. Big breath out. You're just gonna use your hands to guide the way as you pivot on your back foot and come into your nice low lunge. Nice. Left hand comes down, right fingertips reach towards the sky, a little twist, rinse it out. And then bring the right hand down, step the right toes back. You can go straight to downward facing dog here, or you can move through a little flow. Benji's so sleepy today. Hips up high and back. When you get to the meeting spot, take a deep breath in, down dog. And a long breath out. And then the left leg will reach up high as you breathe in. Exhale, shift it forward, knee to nose, squeeze, and then step it all the way up. Good, we're gonna pivot on the back foot here. Right fingertips lead the way as we reach forward. Take up space here, up and back, warrior two. Breathe, bend that front knee. Press into the outer edge of your right foot to really engage the inseam of your right leg, which is gonna become handy as we shift into extended side angle. No need to rush here. Find your foundation. So when we're overthinking, we have a lot going on in the upper energy centers. We need to get back down into the lower body. So pay attention to your lower body here. And then from here, we'll take it into the variation by sending the hands out long, keeping that front knee bent. Again, think humble warrior. Really deep stretch in the hips, I know here, so breathe deep. Relax the weight of the head down. Right inner thigh is engaged. Lift your right kneecap. You got this. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Beautiful. Now slow and steady here. Use the hands to guide your way back to your nice low lunge, pivoting on the back foot. Inhale in. Exhale, right hand comes down. Left fingertips reach up. Big twist here. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. Step the left toes back, plank pose. Big breath in here. Stay as you breathe out. And then slowly lower the knees to the earth and come into a child's pose. This can be your version of child's pose. So knees can come together or wide. Just take a second to rest your heart. And listen to the sound of your breath. Excuse me. Some of you will know I'm sorry. I just love the idea of this being a little moment to escape into yourself. So you're really not escaping. You're coming into your own presence. I like to call it your own private little love cave. Just like checking in and be like, you good? Okay, here we go. So take a breath here. And then slowly, very slowly rise up. Extend the right leg out behind you and then reel her in for a little one-legged pigeon. You can extend the left leg out behind. I like to take a look at my left leg because when I don't, sometimes my inner mirror can be a little skewed. Just really try to straighten through that leg. Of course, you can use a prop to prop up your right hip, should that feel supportive. And then for today, unless you're super duper craving to come down into a fold, obviously listen to your body. This is your time and this is really all about you. But I'm gonna invite to sit up tall in this one today. Breathing, maybe closing the eyes down just for a couple breaths here. Perhaps anchoring the mind once again on the sound of the breath and potentially pressing into the top of the left foot to engage the muscles all the way up through the left leg, left glute. And then using that strength from the lower body to lift up the heart, the crown of the head. And then slowly release, move like slow motion, come back to all fours, and then send the left leg out long, reel it in, and same thing on the other side. And the reason I'm inviting you to stay upright today is we find our comfortable positions, like these comforting little ways to exist in discomfort that sometimes can really help us and feel supportive, and sometimes we never really meet our growth edge because we're kind of going to where it feels comfy all the time. So sitting up nice and tall, noticing the sensation, again, anchoring in the sound of your breath. Just a little invitation there in case you want it. And then slowly coming all the way back to all fours. We're going to shift the legs to one side, any side, and then come to sit in the center of your mat with your legs extended out long. And then we'll come to slowly lower down, trying to roll through the spine here. Center yourself on the mat, and I promised a fiery finale, so I shall not break that promise. Interlace the fingertips, bring them behind the head, elbows wide. We're going to go for a little yoga bicycles. I don't want to say that anymore. I'm just going to say bicycles. So we're going to go for some bicycles to end with the breath. So bend the knees. Let's get situated in the low back pelvis. So find a nice neutral spine. So you have a little bit of space between the low back and the mat here. And then you're going to engage the abs. So hug muscle to bone, drawing in, hug the low ribs in. And from there, we'll lift both knees up. Both knees up. Inhale in. Exhale, lift the chest, the arms. And then you're going to keep this lifted the whole time as we extend the left foot out and dial the heart to the right. And then come through center and switch. Start with a nice slow pace, and then you can pick it up as you see fit. Moving with your breath, keeping the head, neck, shoulders lifted. This is our grand finale, so let's build up some heat together. Get out of our heads and into our bodies, into our core. All right, we definitely want to kind of max out in the core muscles here. So if you want to pick up the speed or slow it down here, now's your time. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're like, count faster, Adrienne. 3, 2, and 1. Whoo, release. Feet come to the earth, knees stay bent. Let's shake it out. We're gonna bring the knees up. Feet are just gonna start to shake here like a little dead bug. Maybe the arms start to join. Soften through the jaw, the lips. Shake, 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 shake a little faster. Don't think, just shake for 3, 2, and 1. Let everything go. Maybe not everything, but let a lot of the weight of the body here go. Maybe close your eyes and just notice your breath, notice the sensation. Notice any, the tension, the resistance too that comes up on the mat. We'll take it all. Being truthful and making the mat a place to really be honest about what we're feeling, what we're needing to process, what we're holding in our body that becomes tight and tense until it becomes painful. Yoga is great for all of this. And then gently, I'll invite you to bring your index finger and thumb together here in a mudra. Maybe part the lips, take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Just taking a couple quiet moments here. Let it go. Slowly bringing your awareness back to the breath. You can always reach over, pause this video, and stay here longer if it feels right. Otherwise, we'll slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. You might slowly draw the palms together, and we'll bring the thumbs right up to this third eye point, which in this practice we often refer to as the seat of the teacher in terms of the energetic body. This is kind of a place that symbolizes our relationship to our intuition. And when we overthink things, or we tend to get really anxious and genuinely stressed out about different things, decisions, choices that need to be made or not made a certain way, we can kind of become out of balance. So just know that you're not alone. It all makes sense when you really dive into it. And so taking this time to reconnect back to your body and back to your intuition can be a great help. I thank you for joining me. Let's take one last breath in together and out to close. Thanks, everyone. Namaste.